To add and subtract fractions, we need what they call a common denominator, which means that the denominators of the fractions have to be the same value. And as I look here, they're not. I have a 3 and I have a 6. So using multiplication, I got to change these two values into the same number. Well, I have a 6, and I know using multiplication I can change a 3 into a 6. So my common denominator would be 6. So I asked myself, what would I have to multiply 3 by to give me a 6? Well, it would be a 2. But what I multiply the bottom by, I have to multiply the top by, which means I'd have to have a 2 here. Because by doing this, we're changing the numbers on the fraction, but not the value of the fraction. It's more or less the same thing as multiplying by 1. So, as I look at this, 2 times 2 is 4. The bottom is 2 times 3, which is 6. This one does not change because the denominator is already 6. So, now I can add the numerators together. 4 plus 5 all over 6, which 4 plus 5 is 9, all over 6. And then you should always ask yourself, can you reduce your fraction? Well, this one we can, because both of them are divisible by 3. So that would give me 3 over 2. So here's another example. In this case, we're subtracting, but that doesn't change the process. We still have to find a common denominator. Try and find that for yourself now. Okay, so as I look, I cannot change one of these denominators into the other one. So the easiest process is just to multiply those denominators together. So 5 times 3 would give me 15. So I know that would be a common denominator. So I'd have to multiply this 5 by 3. And as I said before, what you multiply on the bottom, you have to multiply on the top. So it's like multiplying by 1. And this one, we'd multiply top and bottom by 5. Okay, so then we would do the arithmetic. 3 times 3 is 9 over 15. That would give me 5 over 15. Now, we got common denominators. Denominators here, same thing we found for CD, so we're all good. So then we just have to do the arithmetic with the numerators. So we'd have 9 minus 5 all over 15. Which 9 minus 5 is 4. Then we have to ask ourselves, can I reduce that? And in this case, we can't. So this would be our answer. Let's turn things up a little bit. Now I have 3 fractions, but the process is still the same. We have to find our common denominators. So I'm going to give you some time here, see if you can come up with a common denominator for these 3 fractions. Okay, so as I look at this, I got to find the smallest number that I can change these 3 numbers in using multiplication. The number I get is 12. So when I do this arithmetic, the denominators all should be 12. Okay, so I have to ask myself, 3 times what gives me 12? Well, that would be a 4. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom of the first fraction by 4. I'm going to get 4 twelfths. I'm going to do the same thing for the middle fraction, but the number I'm going to need to multiply this by is 3 top and bottom. So that would give me 3 twelfths. And this last one, multiplying top and bottom by 6. And that would give me 6 twelfths. So I got my common denominator. So now I just need to do the arithmetic of the numerators all over the common denominator. So that's 4 plus 3 minus 6 all over 12. And 4 plus 3 is 7. Minus 6 is 1. So I get 1/12. And this is not reducible. So that is your answer. And that's a video on adding and subtracting fractions. I have an extra question here if you'd like to try one on your own. I will put the CD and the answer in the description of this video. I hope you found this video useful and have a nice rest of your day.